Did you know that in the 1960s, only 20% of adult women in Latin America and the Caribbean worked or actively sought work? The good news is that this has changed. Today, the figure reaches 58%. This progress has been significant, and we must celebrate it. But challenges persist. The region continues to have one of the largest contrasts in the world between the numbers of men and women who work or are actively looking for a job. And yes, when it comes to men and women with children under the age of 5, this gap grows even wider. This is because women spend more than twice as many unpaid hours on domestic and care responsibilities as their male peers. In addition, this difference varies from country to country. For example, while 39% of women in Guatemala and 48% in El Salvador work or actively seek work, in Peru and Uruguay, the figures reach almost 70%. And what about those women who do find a space in the labor market? What are their jobs? What are their working conditions? The most likely answer is that they are concentrated in lower quality, low-paying, and possibly informal jobs. Inequalities between men and women in the labor market go beyond participation. Did you know that even when they have the same level of education, women in the region earn between 5 and 30% less than men? And even though more women than men today graduate from tertiary and university studies, men continue to dominate the areas of work where the highest wages are normally found. Where are those jobs found? We are talking about STEM careers: science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, where women account for less than 1/3 of the graduates in the region. Another challenge faced by women in the region is the so-called glass ceiling, a term that describes formal and informal barriers limiting women's advancement to positions of power in all areas of society. Did you know that in Latin America, barely 20% of senior management positions in public administration are held by women? And women in private enterprise account for fewer than 10% of directors' board members. Now, the future can transform this landscape. Many wonder what will happen to humans as the use of robots and artificial intelligence threatens to permeate all sectors and occupations. Unfortunately, low participation of women in STEM-related fields of study and jobs adds more uncertainty to this threat. Because they do not have a prominent presence in these fields, women are not developing skills required to implement and use technology, which are precisely the skills most closely related to the jobs of the future. But why not see it in a positive way? Digital transformation doesn't have to be a threat. The future can also create new job opportunities for women requiring skills that machines still cannot match. How can we spur change? Find out in our series, The Future of Work in Latin America and the Caribbean.